Good evening. Tonight I'm going to be talking a little bit about problem-based learning, um, sort of how I have or how I plan to implement it, I guess. So problem-based learning, according to Harland, is the aim of it is to allow students to develop relevant content knowledge and the metacognitive skills that enable them to become good learners and problem solvers. And it's not unlike research. Problem-based learning is students dealing with real life, real world problems and working with their classmates to collaborate and come up with sort of a plan or a solution to sort of figure out what that problem is. Inquiry plays a huge role in problem-based learning. Inquiry is sort of the beginning of problem-based learning, and problem-based learning is very, very heavily embedded in inquiry education. So inquiry is like coming up with questions or problems or doubts that need to be solved, and then problem-based learning is taking these questions and doing research and figuring out how to fix these issues. There are a few ways in the classroom that I could or will implement problem-based learning in my classroom, in my curriculum. One small thing that I'm going to do with my juniors in a few weeks is I'm going to, it's sort of a stretch. I don't know that it's really problem-based learning, but it sort of is. They're going to, I'm going to tell each student quietly whether we're going to be reading The Crucible. And so as like an introductory activity to that, I am going to tell each student quietly whether or not they are a witch, and then let them know that you have to form the largest group possible without a witch, and any group that has a witch automatically fails, but the witch doesn't. And this will help to teach them. At the end, I will then have all of the witches show themselves. The students will then realize that there wasn't one witch in the room, and we'll talk about McCarthyism and the Red Scare, and sort of why the Crucible was written and why it was based on the Salem witch trials, and sort of how they tie together. I'm really excited about that. Again, a little bit of a stretch for problem-based learning, but it's about as good as I got right now. For my freshmen, I'm very excited about this. The freshmen do all college prep freshmen write the same research paper. It's based on a teen issue, teen obesity, teen eating disorders, teen bullying, teen depression, teen sleep deprivation, and they choose whichever of those 5 that they would like. And we do research for several weeks and compile all of our research, and then they write a research paper based on the research that they've found. And this is totally individual. So it's, they do have checkpoints along the way, but they are entirely responsible for the majority of the things that they come up with. I do provide them with a few articles to sort of get them started, but beyond that, they are sort of in the driver's seat. So it's really kind of a cool way for them to get going. After we're done with that research paper, how I plan to implement problem-based learning is I plan to have them get together with their peers that are also working on that were also researching that same issue, and using the research that they have found, they are going to put together a presentation that will be presented to the honors freshmen. The honors freshmen write a different research paper than the college prep ones do. So in addition to their research, they'll need to make sure that they have enough background information so that these other students understand sort of what's happening and why this is a problem. And then they'll have to come up with 3 to 5 solutions for their teen issue with a small group of students. There's typically 3 to 6-ish students that all research the same topic. And I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to implement this. Not currently teaching freshmen. I'm currently only teaching juniors, so this will have to wait till maybe next year. But I'm very excited to add that to um, to my classroom, I guess. All right. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.